really, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we have made a decision with Hurricane Henry. I woke up and it looks like it's bending in closer to southern New England than we expected. So we're leaving. We have received an offer from someone that you guys will remember from a previous episode. And it was kind of like we should take that offer. So we are going on a pretty long run again to have some fun and to get away from this storm that might end up being worse than we thought. We are gonna go return the rental car, get the tender on the deck, get a workout in, and then we're leaving. And I'm kind of excited about this decision. It should be a good one.
I'm Brooke, and this is Brayden. We have 2 kids and 2 dogs, Rooney, Penn, Fraiser, and Captain. At 75 tons and 55 feet long, our home is different. With time being non-renewable and our home being, well, movable, around the world we go as we roam to know. Welcome aboard, Mermaid Monster.
Aggravation of hurricanes, huh?
Yeah.
You can never tell where they're gonna go.
No. Well, hopefully we will be okay.
We're trying to go south of it, but it seems like it's continuing to go south itself.
Well, west. It keeps going west, so we're trying to go below it, and then it keeps turning in. So I don't know. Just fingers crossed.
Yes. Look at some of these boats. These are cool.
Hold on, guys. Cruising and living aboard a boat with kids full-time is a bit of a clown show. If you're a parent, then you know the never-ending cycle of guys, go clean up your room, why didn't you clean this up, why didn't you clean that up, etc. But add that to a home that floats and is constantly moving, and all that crap that they didn't put away actually has to be put away, or else it will fly all over the place when underway. Whilst also trying to secure everything on deck, lift the dinghy, turn all systems on, check engine room, feed said humans, check weather, make her out, check weather again, return rental car, take a work call, and oh, don't forget about homeschool. You get the point? It can be a lot.
They don't care.
This candle has to go down here. Alright. Changing the oil?
Yeah. I always make a mess.
Changing the oil in the gen before we go. Everyone's kind of leaving now.
Are they starting to leave?
Yeah.
So we're not the only ones?
No, we gotta go. So we have a spot to anchor.
Okay.
That's what I'm worried about.
Okay. Well, let's get out of here.
Alright.
You ready?
Yeah? As ready as we're gonna be.
It's a beautiful day. Maybe we should stay.
No. We're going.
Ready?
These guys are all leaving. Everyone is clearing out of here. We're just lifting the tender right now.
there's something just eerie when everyone starts leaving. You feel anxious to go too. This place is clearing out pretty fast. But we've got time to get down to our anchorage where we're going. It should be a good time and a nice ride today. You guys good? Everything's sliding all over the place. Alright. Time to make a route.
Ready to go, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah, you can. All right. Okay, you're right. Nothing here, nothing here. Okay, I'm just gonna drop one because you still have two. Okay. One line free. Now you're free. No, wait until I get the line in. I'm just crying.
My head had been better. Back again, my familiar stand. Nothing more than a thought to relate to. Tied it up for better.
Hey, Mermaid Monsters, Evan, we're in Nordhavn 40. Just,
to my ways, to the sanctuary. Nobody stays, but I'm removed by my situation, lacking concentration on what I mean when I say my intentions are what I believe in. Thoughts are my product of reasoning.
Egret, this is Mermaid Monster.
Mermaid Monster, this is Egret. I'm trying another radio on 6.9.
6.9.
Alright, switching back to 6.9.
Mermaid Monster, this is Egret on 6.9.
Hey there, how you guys doing?
Good. Sounds like you're in Newport.
Also on Port to Harbor Corp Aid?
We are, but we're just left. We're underway. Where are you guys at?
We just left a couple hours ago and we're headed south toward the Connecticut River.
Sounds good. Yeah, we are going actually down to Port Washington.
Oh, you're smarter than we are.
We've just been advised by a few people. We're definitely not smarter, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's probably where we should head, but we have at Safe Harbor, Deep River, a slip for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and we're in contact with Bob Jones, and it may not be pretty, but who knows where to go.
Hey, listen up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times. Not getting better by lying there pretending to cry. You on repeat, you can see, cause you have closed your eyes. You say you listen, but you're missing what it's all about. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up?
How's the ride?
It's bumpy. We were warned. We had Nordhavn egret call us and say that it was lumpy, so it is, but it's really pretty out here. It's 72, sparkly water. We've got some good information from the captain on Warbird, John. He kind of walked me through the best route going down the Long Island Sound, especially at night with ferry traffic and like currents and stuff. So that's where we're headed, is Port Washington, where we've never been. And they have generously secured a mooring for us, so we don't even have to worry about that. But we do have to figure out how to tie on to the mooring because there's no pennant.
We can do that.
Should be entertaining. So we'll see how it works. I'm sure it will work fine. But
I think we're gonna get to use our fire hose.
yeah, I didn't know we had fire hose.
We have 50 feet of fire
Maybe
hose.
you can explain that on the camera. But yeah, we're gonna secure the boat because we don't really know what kind of hit we're gonna have in Port Washington. But are you glad we made the decision to leave?
I'll know on Monday.
Because you wanted to go into New Bedford.
I'll know on Monday. No, I don't. Not anymore. Not anymore.
I think, and what John said is everyone is going to be in New Bedford, and they're going to close that wall, and if anyone breaks loose, it's going to be just like, I can't remember what he said, but everyone's just going to be bouncing around in there. And he said it will protect you from the surge, but
Not the wind.
the wind and people that don't secure their stuff properly. So
We're not worried about us. We're worried about you. The other
worried
guys.
about you.
The other guys.
It is so true though. Like, I know that we can anchor our boat or tie to a mooring. I would like to understand moorings a little better and like the pound, because they'll be like, oh, we have an 800-pound mooring for you. What does that really mean? Like, I learned this in captain's class, but I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna cruise down here, I guess all the way, but that's putting us in at 3 in the morning, so I'm not sure what you want to do.
Slow down.
You bet you keep reading between the lines. There's nothing there for you to complicate. We're not aligned. You say you listen, but guessing that's just another sign of growing up. You're growing old. Your life keep passing. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given
So now is as good a time as any to go through all the hurricane gear. So this front anchor locker has a lot of gear in it. We also have an entire written up plan on how we would handle a dock with a hurricane, a mooring, or an anchor. They have set steps that we would follow. In this case, I just want to go through all the gear, make sure that all of it, and make sure it looks all good and I know where everything is. We do this occasionally, but I think we probably did it like 9 months ago, so we're gonna go through it again. We have a mooring, but I'm assuming the mooring just has a D-ring on top. So what I'd like to find is a shackle to be able to connect to that D-ring so that we can have our lines go off that shackle. And then we probably want multiple sets of lines. Think it's gonna work?
I hope so.
It'll work.
I was worried there for a second, wondering where Braden is. He's down inside the locker. Like, literally down in there.
against 1,000 guys?
All right, so I'm inside the anchor locker right now, and it's kind of crazy. I just noticed this, but there's three anchors. There's this anchor right here, which is a fortress anchor. There's this one, like a spade, right there. And then there's another fortress style anchor up behind me over this way. So, and then all of this line is attached to that anchor. So just in case, there's that. And then we also have this right here, which is a parachute anchor to slow us down in deep waters. You might notice this right here. This is the windlass, the bottom of the windlass. But there's a lot of chain. I'm sitting on a pile of chain right now and a lot of line. I think we're gonna be just fine with rigging up something that is gonna work perfect. All right, so there's actually 4 anchors in there. 4. There's 2, well, huge fortress, a normal sized fortress, some other anchor in there that's kind of that aluminum style as well, and then like a spade style anchor as well. I think that's a little excessive, so if you need an anchor, let me know.
Hey, can you help him with the internet so we can FaceTime Charlie? Maybe set down that giant torture weapon.
Okay.
See this? That is towing that, and there's been some horrible accidents from people not knowing that kind of stuff.
You don't change at all.
This area of the Long Island Sound is known as the Race due to all the, well, racy currents that you go through.
If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up? I will never stop, yeah.
So at this point, they're saying that Hurricane Henry could hit anywhere between like the very western, like bottom side of Long Island Sound, New York area, all the way up to Cape Cod, just depending on how it tracks. So really, what we do know though is that going down to Port Washington, we're going to avoid the big ocean swells that are going to be pushing in, like up in Newport. I mean, the swells look like they're going to get pretty intense up in that area, and that's when moorings start popping and stuff starts bouncing and breaking free. So at least down in Port Washington, we won't have that per se. We're gonna have a surge, maybe 2 to 4 feet, and a lot of rain and wind. But aside from that, it should be pretty safe and well protected down there. So we are making this 120-mile run just out of caution, but it still could swing in and we could have a direct hit there too. So there's no like fail-safe option other than like don't be anywhere in New England, Long Island Sound, and Maine, and even down Hatteras in the Atlantic. So it's kind of just one of those, you just gotta kind of pick a plan and then prepare for that hurricane. So that's what Braden's doing. He's out on the bow pulling out all our gear, and we have to figure out how to hook safely on this mooring as best as possible. And I guess you can use fire hose around all your lines so they cannot chafe, which we have and we are planning on doing. Because that's really, you don't want to be chafing those lines. Yeah, it's an interesting few days for sure. for us because that's where we're going to try to get beneath it, but it keeps moving. We were gonna meet up with some friends down there who offered us some mooring. So as you can see, the hurricane is down here. And right now it's projected to hit New England, but not Newport like we originally thought. However, you're gonna have a lot of swell coming in. We're running down, all the way down to Port Washington in this area, which is in the bubble, but it doesn't look like it's gonna take a direct hit, so we should be okay.
All right, so we're just at 11 o'clock Eastern time. NOAA comes out with new data on where that hurricane track's gonna be. First of all, the cone is enormous right now. And we were going south because it was originally supposed to hit like around New Bedford. And so we've been going south, and the farther we go south, look at that. It just follows us. It follows us wherever we're going. So we're going to Port Washington right now, and it just keeps on following us down there at Port Washington. I really wish there was a way to know some more information on what's gonna happen here. But we have a secure, extremely overbuilt mooring there. And I feel good about it. I feel good about, I mean, maybe that's gonna bite me in the butt later, but I feel good about Port Washington. It's just, I know that a lot can change between now and I guess it's almost like about 30 hours, something like that, until it's gonna hit. And so we'll see how it goes, but sure is a nail biter. I think it makes Brooke really nervous, just because of the kids and the dog, and knowing what's happen. This is where her home is. Everything that she knows is this boat right now. Everything that we own is here, and so we really don't want anything to happen. And 100 mile an hour winds, 100 knot winds, that's a lot. I mean, we can handle it, but what's going to be around us, how's everything else going to work, and just getting it all done is quite a lot. So right now we're doing a 24-hour cruise. It's about 20-hour cruise, so I keep up all night. So, and then I have to try to get everything battened out tomorrow. It's gonna be a long 48 hours. All right, just tracking this storm. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning here. I have a good idea though. All right, I have a good idea though, but this might be like a 3 o'clock in the morning idea. So if you look here, this track, I don't know if you can see it, the track just keeps changing a lot. And this hurricane just bounces all over the place. So in an effort to make this a little bit more stressful than it already is, I guess, what we should do is I wonder if there's like a betting site or something like that where you can bet on the area that you think the hurricane's gonna hit. So if I want to bet, I would bet on the area that I'm going, right? So that way, worst case scenario is if I am in the horrible situation of being right in the dead center of the hurricane, at least I get paid, right? It's almost like a form of insurance on the thing, but that would be interesting. Probably not a good idea. Probably not very tasteful, but it would sure make it exciting. It's a beautiful morning. Yacht on the water out there. Going to Brooklyn. Couldn't be prettier.
So this is what the calm before the storm looks like. What do you think, Captain? What are you thinking, buddy? They say that animals have a good sense about these things. Captain. Okay. He's inside. So this is what they say the calm before the storm looks like. We've been advised to be in and tucked away safe by noon, and it is 6:30 this morning, so we've got a couple hours to put everything away, secure our mooring, and then the madness is supposed to begin. But Braden told me this morning that the storm has shifted east again, which sucks for those in Newport, but is better for us down here that made the run to Long Island Sound. So fingers crossed.
Meanwhile, Braden went to check out our mooring. Why take a perfect dinghy over when you can paddleboard? No one will know, except for Braden. Then we headed in on a boat, not a paddleboard, to rig up a bridle for our mooring we were moving to.
This is the biggest reward you're gonna get from us.
Smells good.
Yeah.
I love that smell.
Well, but I think the one on there right now.
The one on there, that's a New England rope. It was stitched at New England rope. It's got another one over here, so it's longer.
But it doesn't have the split in it. So
I don't know
doesn't.
if
Yeah.
it's not for you in there.
I mean, what's going to be the strongest solution that you think? Or
It's gonna be, Penn's gonna be a basketball player?
Yeah. It looks like it.
He's doing good. Whoa. Yeah.
So,
Bruni, what do you think of this place?
I like it.
How nice is everyone? Gonna do the push-ups?
we're bringing out the fire hose. So, you got 50 feet of fire hose right here. And the nice thing about this is, I never thought I'd use this. This is like excellent chafe gear protection. So we're gonna put this around the lines, give us that much more protection.
Can you tell people like kind of what we're doing right now, like what the plan?
Yeah, come out here. Should we go show?
Kind of change.
Come out this way.
Tell them what mooring we're on and where we're going.
Yeah, so we still have a lot of odds and ends to put away and to stow, but I think everything's gonna be okay, especially with the trajectory. It's looking a little bit better. But so we're on this mooring right here, and this was easy to hook up last night. But what's the weight at the bottom of that?
This morning.
This morning. What's the weight on that?
It's an 800-pound mushroom.
This is an 800-pound mushroom. That's probably fine, but we have another one right here that
Over here.
that big one back there that the boat Warbird said that we could use. So he put that in, and if you guys have seen the boat Warbird on YouTube, you know that everything that they do is
Insanely amazing.
yeah, it's definitely, you know, more than you need, which is how we like it, right? So what's the weight on that one?
Nordhavn's motto, more than you need.
Yeah, and it's a 96-foot Nordhavn.
They have a 2,000-pound weight.
A 2,000-pound mushroom down there. Is that what it is?
No.
Just a weight.
I think it's just a weight. It's 2,000-pound weight with new like Spectra line and chain. Like it's all tricked out.
It's the best you're gonna get. And we are very grateful that we have that ability there. So we're gonna hook up to that. But we gotta make our own bridle because Warbird has a custom bridle that they use to attach to that mooring there. So we have to improvise a little bit, and that is why we have the fire hose, because unfortunately we do not have the stainless steel. Without rigging it, we can't get one of these. We don't want to introduce more shackles to the system, so we're just doing the line, a line over the line, which may chafe. So it will chafe, it's just a matter of time. But that's why we want to get that chafe gear, that hose down there to protect it even more.
Yep. All right, let's get it going.
Should we see if we got the right tool in here?
Or
Should, huh?
Captain, get out of here.
That's
Get out of here. Braden.
This thing's perfect.
Hey.
Go on out. Go outside. Go outside. Go.
He's scared.
Go.
He doesn't know what's going on.
Check these shears out.
Oh, so much better.
Yeah, this is way better.
Dang.
All right.
SeaKit couldn't have sent this at a more perfect time.
Totally. All right, let's get another one that length. No, okay. Really good. It's like, what is this like? What is this like, Pen? It's like beading, just a really long spaghetti bead. Okay, throw it in there. Shit, we gotta get some more. I think it's not windy yet, huh?
It is windy. It's getting windy. That's why I wanted to get this done fast, because it was so calm this morning.
Brittany, hold on it, okay?
What?
There's probably a better way to fish that through. Can we get a little line? Do we have any sort of little line, Brooke? That we can tie and then
I
fish
gotta
through?
set the camera down to do it.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what we have right now. Fire hose, this line, gonna be replaced with this shackle, which is gonna connect to the 2,000 pound mooring.
Now that we had our mooring rigged, last minute preps for us was to get anything that was on the deck or outside that was not attached and bring it inside, which is a very intensive process.
Leave it all behind.
So we just got an updated forecast and we're really hoping this one sticks because it's tracking more east, which looks like it will be more mild for us, right?
I think so.
I think it's gonna be okay. It's a little bumpy, but we're in this awesome car that was loaned to us and we're going to a recommended, we need to walk through these neighborhoods. These neighborhoods are amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty here.
It is really pretty here. It was recommended to us by our friends on Warbird. Thank you. It's an Italian place. Are you hungry? I'm really hungry.
I think it's gonna be really good, yeah. And someone's gonna do the dishes, so this way we don't have to do them for longer.
Yeah, we're back to Dish Wars? Dish Wars?
Dish wars.
Dish
Well, this is
wars.
like one day where the dishes, you decided to go on like a baking spree and make all these dishes.
I was hungry.
Okay.
We have lots of dishes piling up right now, so I don't know. You can only do so much. We spent all day today like rigging a rig for the mooring that we're on that, I don't know. Just like, it's boat life.
I'm an optimist. I'm always an optimist. That's my biggest fault. Is I'm an optimist.
No, it's not a fault. It's good. You're always positive. Always. Which is good. But I've learned through the years that I also can't always trust your opinions because...
Just go for it. It always works out. I've always landed on my feet somehow.
This looks so good. I'm so hungry. And it's like comfort food. I need comfort food.
Those guys know what they're doing. It's like real.
You walked in there, it's
Real.
like this like small place that just looks good. Like you just know that is gonna be good, and then they said that they knew you.
They said they already know me.
You
Yeah.
had to assure them that they didn't know you.
Folks like they know me.
No. It's kind of nice. Like this like kind of cool.
They're nice.
This is a cool area. I like it here a lot. So we're just eating our dinner. So good.
Those are the kids from the pool, Mom. Those are the kids from
No, they're not. It's different.
No, they all the same kids.
Oh, this looks so good.
That's like ridiculous. Like, is this a sign it's gonna be okay, or is it a sign that like this is your last beautiful sunset you're gonna see?
The last sunset.
Like, what is this? Insane.
You guys ready for a hurricane? Brittany, you ready for a hurricane?
Yeah!
Bring it on! No, I think it's gonna be okay.
To make baseball up to me.
Why is it gonna be okay? Because prior proper planning
To make baseball up to me.
prevents.
I mean, this sunset is worth it. Like, look at this. It's insane. I'm a sucker for sunrises mostly, but this sunset's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's yeah.
No, it's going east, tracking east. And I don't know though, it's a catch, because our friends, we have friends that if it goes east, that's bad. And the friends up, I mean, it's going like up the Connecticut River right now.
Yeah.
What did they say? One of them had cable TV and was gonna chill, and the other they were gonna write their will and testament or something. That was really funny.
Well, because the docks are supposed to surge over the pilings.
I know.
They're expecting
like,
it.
One's bailing and going to a hotel because they think their boat's gone, and the other's just gonna ride it out because they think it's part of the experience of going on a boat.
Yeah.
See, I'm the one that would bail.
But he did
You're
say
the one that would
that he was writing his will, and I think I put a pretty good word in there before he's gonna sit down and write it. Yeah, I got a good, you know, I was the last person to talk to him before he wrote that. So I think that's a good sign.
Stay tuned for how the storm turned out. But as always, thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen, give us a like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell and leave a comment below. We will see you all next week.